With her heart filled with determination and her newfound connections with the forest's magical creatures, Hajar stood before the ancient tree, ready to confront the Nightmare Keeper in an epic showdown. Orion, the guardian owl, perched beside her, a symbol of wisdom and courage. The forest's rhythms seemed to echo with anticipation, and the creatures of the dreamy forest gathered around, their eyes gleaming with support and trust. The fireflies bathed the clearing in their soft, soothing light, and the singing mushrooms filled the air with harmonious melodies. And then, emerging from the darkness, the Nightmare Keeper materialized, a swirling, shadowy figure with eyes like empty voids. It hissed with malevolent intent, sensing the strength and unity of Hajar and her companions. Hajar's voice rang out, strong and unwavering. "Nightmare Keeper, your reign of darkness ends here. The dreamy forest shall not fall into eternal night, for we are united in our purpose to protect this realm." The Nightmare Keeper let out a chilling laugh, its voice a haunting echo. "You are but a mortal, Hajar. What can you do against the embodiment of nightmares?" With Orion's guidance, Hajar called upon the forest's rhythms, the melodies of the singing mushrooms, and the light of the fireflies to create a barrier of protection around them. The forest itself seemed to respond, its ancient power surging through her. The showdown began, a battle of light against darkness, dreams against nightmares. Hajar and Orion stood strong, their resolve unyielding as they faced the malevolent force that sought to corrupt the dreamy forest. The Nightmare Keeper lashed out with tendrils of shadow, attempting to engulf Hajar and Orion in darkness. But Hajar's bravery and resourcefulness shone through as she deftly evaded the attacks, using the lessons she had learned from the forest's enchanting inhabitants. As the battle raged on, Hajar began to sing, a song that harmonized with the melodies of the singing mushrooms and the rhythms of the forest. The forest itself seemed to join in, its ancient melodies strengthening her resolve and weakening the Nightmare Keeper. With a final burst of courage, Hajar and Orion unleashed their most powerful magic, a blinding light that overwhelmed the Nightmare Keeper. It let out a final, agonized wail and dissipated into the shadows from whence it came. The dreamy forest breathed a collective sigh of relief as the darkness receded and the rhythms of nature were restored. The fireflies' light grew brighter, and the singing mushrooms filled the air with triumphant tunes. Hajar had succeeded in her quest to confront and defeat the Nightmare Keeper. With the guidance of Orion, the forest's rhythms as their strength, and the bonds she had formed with the forest's magical creatures, she had protected the dreamy forest from eternal darkness. As she stood amidst the renewed enchantment of the forest, Hajar felt a profound sense of accomplishment and gratitude. She knew that her journey as a guardian was far from over, but she was ready to embrace the adventures that lay ahead, guided by the wisdom of the forest and the enchanting rhythms that surrounded her. The dreamy forest remained a place of wonder, harmony, and dreams, and Hajar would continue to protect and nurture its delicate balance for generations to come. With her newfound friends, the fireflies, singing mushrooms, talking trees, and the creatures she had encountered in her trials, Hajar stood strong and united against the Nightmare Keeper. The forest's magic surged through her, and she felt a deep connection to the land and its rhythms. The epic showdown against the Nightmare Keeper began in earnest. The malevolent force lashed out with tendrils of darkness, attempting to engulf Hajar, Orion, and their magical companions. But Hajar's bravery, intelligence, and resourcefulness, honed through her trials and experiences, proved to be formidable weapons. The fireflies, their light now brighter and more harmonious than ever, formed a protective barrier around Hajar. Their radiant glow pushed back the encroaching darkness, creating a safe space for the battle to unfold. The singing mushrooms joined their voices with Hajar's, creating a powerful symphony that resonated through the forest. Their melodies wove together, harmonizing with the forest's ancient rhythms, and began to weaken the Nightmare Keeper's hold on the dreamy forest. The talking trees, guardians of wisdom, shared their ancient knowledge with Hajar, guiding her in understanding the Nightmare Keeper's vulnerabilities. Their whispers carried through the clearing, a chorus of support and guidance. The creatures from the trials, now allies in the battle against darkness, used their unique abilities to thwart the Nightmare Keeper's attacks. They darted and weaved, proving to be a formidable force in the fight. Hajar herself was no longer just a determined explorer. She was a guardian armed with the magic of the Dreamy Forest and the bonds of friendship. She evaded the Nightmare Keeper's attacks with grace and struck back with determination. With each passing moment, the Nightmare Keeper grew weaker, its form beginning to waver. The forest's magic and the united strength of Hajar and her companions were wearing it down, pushing it back into the shadows. Finally, with a brilliant burst of light and music, the Nightmare Keeper let out a final, agonized wail and was overwhelmed by the combined power of the forest's enchantment. It dissipated into the shadows from whence it came, leaving the dreamy forest bathed in the soft, soothing light of the fireflies. Hajar and her friends stood victorious, their connection to the forest's magic stronger than ever. The dreamy forest was safe once more, its enchantment preserved, and the bond between dreams and nature unbroken. As they celebrated their hard-won victory, Hajar knew that her journey as a guardian was not over. The dreamy forest would always need protection, and she was ready to embrace her role with gratitude, determination, and the bonds of friendship that would continue to guide her. Together with her magical companions and the forest's enchanting rhythms, she would ensure that the dreamy forest remained a place of wonder, harmony, and dreams for generations to come. With the Nightmare Keeper defeated and the dreamy forest bathed in the soft, soothing light of the fireflies, Hajar's journey was far from over. She knew that her role as a guardian required constant vigilance and unwavering determination. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Hajar faced new challenges and tests of her courage and determination. The rhythms of the forest continued to reveal their secrets, and the enchanting creatures continued to share their wisdom. One day, a powerful storm swept through the dreamy forest, threatening to disrupt its delicate balance. Hajar and her magical companions worked tirelessly to protect the realm from the fury of the elements. With courage in her heart, she stood firm in the face of the tempest, using her newfound knowledge and the forest's magic to shield the dreamy forest from harm. Another time, a group of curious explorers stumbled upon the hidden realm, unaware of its fragile rhythms and the dangers that could arise from their presence. Hajar, drawing upon her own journey of discovery, guided the newcomers with patience and understanding, ensuring that they left the forest with a newfound respect for its enchantment. The challenges continued to test Hajar's determination, but she met each one with unwavering resolve. She knew that the dreamy forest was a place of wonder, harmony, and dreams, and she was committed to preserving its delicate balance. Through her adventures and encounters, Hajar forged even deeper connections with the forest's magical inhabitants. They had become not just allies, but true friends and companions, their presence a constant reminder of the enchantment and wonder of the dreamy forest. With each passing season, the rhythms of the forest continued to guide Hajar on her journey. She learned that being a guardian was not just about confronting external threats, but also about nurturing the land and its magic, ensuring that the bond between dreams and nature remained unbroken. As Hajar's courage and determination were put to the ultimate test, time and time again, she embraced her role with gratitude and humility. She knew that the dreamy forest was a place of endless mysteries and adventures, and she was ready to face them all with the strength of her heart, the wisdom of the forest, and the bonds of friendship that had become her greatest treasures.